live in a rock house that my grandfather built with other members in the community, men in the community, completed March the 11th in 1940. No one except families ever lived in this home. And it's so special to me because all of our family gatherings, whether it was my dad's side of the family, my mother's side of the family, we would all gather here. People that know Barnardsville will say rural, which it is rural. I would describe it as sanctuary. Well, if you could visualize this house sitting in the middle of an ocean, that's exactly what it was like. Rushing water, muddy water, actually waves of water hitting the house, reaching the gutters. At the time, I was out of town, and I was on the phone with my middle sister, Lisa. She was here keeping the dogs. And that Friday morning, she was calling me and sending me pictures, showing me what it was looking like. Water everywhere, trees everywhere, people's furniture, connexes floating, hitting my house. And she comes to the front door. We're like FaceTiming. She comes to this front door and she said, "Oh my gosh, the barn's gone." And I said, well, can you check and see if the shed is still there? I had a small rock shed in the back, and she yelled, "Oh my gosh, it's gone." And then the phone cut off. I could not get to my house because the road was just gone. And people were only getting through on four-wheelers and side-by-sides. I am lucky enough to have some really good friends who they were like, "Look, you don't have to do anything. We're going to move everything from this side of the house. We're going to move it to the living room. We're going to pack up some things that are valuable. We're going to take it with us."
It was absolutely like nothing I ever could have imagined. We saw vehicles go down, just everything washed away. People's furniture and just equipment, and we had quite a bit of damage. It took out our bridge that was our access to one of our hay fields, and where we would put the horses over on the other side of the creek. And it washed out. Just so much land is just gone. Roads that circled the property. It's a totally different landscape back there.
I've only been in Barnardsville for 3 years. I spent 30 years in the middle of Atlanta on an 8th floor and traded that for 11 acres out here. When everyone woke up the next morning, I think many people like me thought, wow, I didn't know how bad it was. I saw what it did to the area in my yard and the trees and the road. And it was a lot of leaves and blown things down, but it wasn't very bad until I tried to drive out Martins Creek and was quickly stopped by trees down in the road. And then I thought about neighbors and friends of mine that live up Martins Creek towards the top of the ridgeline and realized there were hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of trees blocking their ability to get down and out. So it was quickly realized as a catastrophe. Nobody knew anything that was going on, but people came down from the east and west because those bridges were blocked out and just started to gather. Watched probably 20 or 30 people turn into 50 or 60. No one was in charge, but a woman started to speak up and said, let's break up into groups. Who needs water? People over there need water, meet by the stop sign. People that have water, go meet those people.
And, some of those volunteers that came in the beginning, they are still coming. I have never seen people help people the way you all do it, so graciously. And it's so easy for you all to come in, and, you all repainted my whole house. And this house was a mess. I mean, we were right in the middle of moving a bunch of stuff out. You guys just came in, helped pack everything, took all the stuff off the walls, fixed the holes, painted the house, and you were on in like a day. It made such an impact on us. It made us want to help more.
When the storm came, before the water ever receded, hope began. We had partners like the WBT radio campaign and people from across the state and the United States that came together to deliver hope and allow compassion to flow. Our mission wasn't just to rebuild homes, but it was truly to rebuild lives. This story is really about ordinary people doing extraordinary things, neighbors helping neighbors, community members helping community members, volunteers, partners, and organizations coming together for one mission, and that's to restore hope and rebuild a community.
With City of Hope, when I met you and you asked me, they're going to need some guidance. And then you asked me if I would help out. I stored all of the tools for all the volunteers, which has been great. It's been a lot of fun meeting people, all the volunteers that have been coming in.
To see the kind of people that are engaged with City of Hope. Just so happy to help. You all have made a huge impact on anybody that you've helped.
And for the next many weeks, there was just more and more examples of watching people almost literally come out of the woodwork, come together collectively as a group of people, not red, not blue, not old, not young, not old-timers, not newcomers, but just people from Barnardsville came together and picked each other up and held each other.
I believe that Barnardsville can recover, but we will continue to need help.
Thank you. No, the community owes so much to so many people. So I really appreciate you and people like you coming here and helping us out of the goodness of your hearts. So thank you.
I want to take a moment to thank all of our partners, all of our community members, and all of the volunteers that came in to serve this community from across the United States. But most importantly, I want to thank the Barnardsville community for you to open your doors and to entrust City of Hope and the people that came with City of Hope to truly serve you.